Can y'all see us? Because from the looks of things, it looks like my camera is black. Oh, no. Okay. It's been a day. Happy Sunday, everybody. That
Yes.
isn't us because just like we've had a moment. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, JT Ladies Lounge.
I'm
That's
gonna.
T.
Yes. Because I'm telling you, the way I feel right now is.
It's just
But
been
you
the
know
most
what?
random.
It's all good. It's like you.
My glasses is reflecting the light. Is that
You-
throwing y'all off? Okay.
You have these difficult technology things that go
Ooh,
on, or that you just
girl.
try. Oh,
Yes.
but you just gotta take a breather, take a breather, take a
Ooh,
breather, and
sigh.
First of all, let's just say, as you could tell, y'all know when we had issues, because here it is 7:40. So that's one thing.
That's an obvious issue.
But the other thing is, y'all have to remember that it's Jazz and I that is doing this. You know what I'm saying? So when certain things pop up,
we gotta figure it out.
Friend, where's this coming from? Why is not doing this? Why is not doing that? We are the ones that's trying to figure out what is the issue.
Yes. I'm
far from IT. Trust,
our tech support is tech support, you know, but it's
I'm
certain
still
things
even learning how to set this up sometimes. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah. Dave, thank you so much for dealing with us because we dragged him through the mud too. He's like, Dave, come down here and fix this. What are you doing? So, oh my God.
Thank you so much. So,
that just scared
me.
We
are talking about
cryptocurrency, y'all. All right. Now, it's the newest. I'm not gonna say it's new. It's been around for years, but it's trending. People are now talking about it, trying to find out about it, and it's one of those things. It's interesting, but it's like mind blowing at the same time because there's so much information. And if this hasn't been your baby from the beginning, you really don't know where to go, how to start, who to talk to, what to invest, how do you invest. It's a lot of things you don't know about it. So we're waiting on our special guest, Jeff Jordan, to join us tonight because he's not doing too bad with this cryptocurrency thing, right? So I feel like, I've once I was introduced to him and, I'm in a Facebook group or whatever, and I'm just reading and learning, I feel that he would be the best person to break this down in a way that we can all understand. Even if not, we all in a way that I can understand and help me be able to explain it to somebody else. He can make it plain for us because investing is important. It's more than stocks and bonds that you can invest in, right? So this is not necessarily a get rich quick. This is long-term investing. This is what they call long money, right? So even if we don't get to see it, the babies get to see it, you know. Right. But it's some things that make people kind of cautious and kind of leery about it. Like it's not regulated. You know what I'm saying? There's like no laws with it. It's just kind of freelance, right?
Yeah, because let me tell you, it's all new to me. Like I never even heard of it, until I heard you say it. I heard Randy say a few things about it. You know, one of our partners who was trying to do some investment and everything. So I've never heard of it. So, but I've seen it trending. Yeah. But it's still like, what is this? How long
it caught
been
my
around?
attention. Like talking about Bitcoin, and that was all I knew was Bitcoin. And I heard about cryptocurrency and blockchain. Like I couldn't put all those together because I didn't understand it. But when I talked to Jeff, he explained it in a way that made it make sense for me. Right. But I can't explain it to anyone else. That's gonna make it make sense to them. Right. So as soon as he is available, he's gonna chime in. And we're going to talk more about it because, like I said, investing is very important, and it's something that we have limited knowledge about. Right. And because this cryptocurrency thing is just so different, it may be a little bit harder for you to even become interested in it. But because you hear it so much, maybe you want to know a little bit more about it. You know what I'm saying? Just to diversify your financial portfolio. Right. Because even when you're talking about, like you were saying, investment, when you don't have knowledge of investing your money
into things, you'd be like, well, you know, what am I gonna make of it?
No glasses, but the light is reflecting on it.
What am I going to make of it in the long run? How much am I going to get back? You know, sometimes people look at that, so they like, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't know much about it. You
yeah,
know
but see, and then when you're investing, like for me, I think when you're talking about investing and you do stocks, you don't know how much you're gonna get in the long run because it can fall. You know, things can happen, so it's a gamble with your money. But it's one of those, it's like kind of like a smart gamble sometimes. If you're careful and you're studious and you're watching, you know how to make the moves, or you get a day trader that know how to make the moves for you. But this is also to let everybody know you don't have to have $1 million to get started. You know what I'm saying? You just, hey, all it takes is you wanting to get started, you know? So give us a second. I think this is Jeff.
We are going to take a quick break.
Yep, real quick. So,
and we'll be right back.
Right back, okay? Stay tuned. Oh, okay. Well, hang on, because I'm gonna have to reintroduce you. I didn't even have to speak on.
Well, Jeff, you ain't the only one. Thank you for tuning in tonight with Jeff Jordan talking about
cryptocurrency.
So thank you. You ain't the only one that had a rough night.
As you can tell, we've had an adventure over here. But I'm so grateful that you
want to do some work, but we overcome.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. We need cryptocurrency 101. What is it?
101.
Yes, we need the basics. Like, what is it? How long it's been around? We need everything. Like, when did you start? What sparked your interest? And, you know, how do you get more educated on it? All that good stuff. So we want to let you have it because this is something that I feel is important because we need to learn how to diversify our money to make it long.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. So for me, it was kind of like, I don't want to say by chance, but I was in the studio with my engineer and somebody came in and he was like, yeah, just pay me in Bitcoin. And I was like, what? You know, I'm like everybody else, like, what's that?
Right.
And he just sat down. I mean, he was all into it. He just broke it all down for me and basically explained to me what cryptocurrency is and how it's like basically a digital currency is designed to work as a medium of exchange. Basically, two people confirm it happens, and it's forever there type deal. So I went home and I researched a little bit about Bitcoin, and I wasn't sold on it. But what caught my attention was the technology behind it,
right?
Which is blockchain technology. So that's kind of what I focus on. So I personally don't own any Bitcoin, but I own a lot of the currencies that's based around the blockchain technology. So for me, that's what I like to talk to people about and tell them about. And, you know, that's how some of my financial success in this realm came about, was focusing on that aspect rather than just money part, if that makes sense.
Now, what's the blockchain technology?
Okay, yeah, that's the one, everybody is kind of caught up on and confused about. So basically what blockchain technology is, it allows basically digital information to be distributed and not copied. A good way to kind of get into it is, I want to talk about the difference between, you may have heard centralized and decentralized before, and then it kind of leads into blockchain technology and being a decentralized platform. So centralized, if you think about something centralized, there's basically one single point that kind of runs it. Decentralized is the exact opposite. There are multiple points that do the same work. To give you an example, think of the government, right?
Yes.
So the government is split into centralized and decentralized parties, as you can say. Federal government, we can call them, they're centralized. Like they reside in Washington, D.C. All decisions are made in D.C. It's all, it's basically, one head of brand, one leader, and it kind of goes down from there, but it's a central location. Look at decentralized, we could look at like, the state governments and look at the different states and how they must work basically in tandem in order to be one cohesive unit. While like the federal government works as a single unit.
Right.
They're clearly not doing too well of a job of that right now.
Clearly.
Trying to keep me from getting paid.
Exactly.
Now, but that's another story.
True.
I just want to kind of break down these decentralization and centralization as a starting point to get in the blockchain. An easier way of looking at it is we could talk about something that's more popular, like Facebook and Google.
Okay.
Facebook and Google is like a centralized platform, single server. Everything goes like with Google. Everything goes to that central server where they can collect all the data. They own it all. If someone was to hack Google and disrupt the entire system.
Right.
Decentralized platform. Now we all gonna deny this, but think back. Remember BitTorrent, Pirate Bay, all that stuff. Where you download movies. I mean, we don't download movies. You let people download off.
Right.
But and that's basically what a decentralized platform would look like. So like with BitTorrent, you have your seeders and leechers. Those people are seeders. They're downloading from people that are leechers that are basically uploading the information. And there's basically no central location. It's all coming from different computers and different networks. So with that being said, blockchain relies on a bunch of networks and computers to basically confirm transactions. And this is kind of what sparked my attention because it's revolutionary in a way.
Right.
Where kind of how when the internet came out, we had the dial-ups, and it was, nobody really had it. Now everybody has it.
Right.
Or cell phones. When cell phones came out, you see somebody talking on the phone. You're like, look at this dude talking to himself. I remember being young, and I'm thinking, he's not talking to nobody. Like, it's not connected to a wire, stuff like that. But now it's common and normal. So that's kind of how I looked at. I looked at it from that point of like, this is the beginning of something new. I need to get into it. I need to see what it's about. And so my next step was finding a company focused on the technology that's going to be, one of the leading front, something to invest in and see where they go to kind of, like you say, expand my portfolio or expand my investment options. So have y'all heard of Ripple?
Heard of what?
He said, have you heard of Ripple?
Ripple. No. See, now, let me tell you, Jeff, everything you saying to me is like literally.
It's another language, right?
Yes. So as the audience is learning, I'm learning too, like literally.
Okay. Because I will tell you this, my disclaimer is I'm learning a lot every day too. I'm far from an expert. It was one of those things where I read, researched, talked to people about a little bit of trial and error, and now I'm at a point where I just want to help people get into it, learn about it. We all want to, save and invest for the future. And if this is a new wave of the future and we're at the beginning stages, it's always good to try to be a part of the beginning stages. Like we think about Apple, Facebook, Google, if we all knew they would be what they are today.
Right.
Who wouldn't have invested in them back in the day?
I agree.
So for me, after research, I found so there's a company called Ripple, and through blockchain technology, their focus was focusing on the transfer of large amount of money through their technology between mainly focusing on banks because they like to focus on moving a large amount of money. And currently, who has that system on lock is a company called Swift, and they're like, it takes like 3 to 4 days for banks to transfer money between Swift overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be located in each location.
Right.
It's expensive. So to me, I was like, it only makes sense that if this is new technology, it takes, instead of 3 to 4 days, it takes 3 to 4 seconds for these banks to transfer money. Oh, and by the way, it's 50 to 60% cheaper. Why would they not eventually, jump on board with this?
Right.
So that was my thing. So I just started investing money. I mean, not talking to anybody about it, just like, hey, this is, I'll mention it. People were like, I think this can be something based on where they're going.
Right.
So I started at 14 cents. By the time I got people to like listen and be like, okay, this is something, Ripple was up to like $1.50, closing in on $2. Now it sounds like a little, but over time, I personally invested close to $5,000 to $6,000, and in a matter of months, my $5,000 to $6,000 was worth close to $30,000 to $40,000.
And this is like you said, you invested small. You started small, and that's what a lot of people.
it was small.
And that's what a lot of people don't know. Like, you don't have to have a lot of money to start.
You don't. It took time. It was several months of just getting to that. To that point. I mean, I got 4 kids and a wife, so it's not much money I could be throwing around.
No, sir.
Right. And you know what? And you know what, Jeff? And I think, and that is the thing when, even on my end, being honest, when it was brought to me, it was like, what is this? I don't know. Like, I don't have extra money to be put in somewhere that I don't even really know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I get that completely.
And it's like, how much time are you willing to invest to learn about, your money, or where you, how you can invest in the future with your money? Like, we say, I don't got time for that. I don't got money, or I don't got the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, just all this is like so new. But it's just like, wow, like you were saying, how Google and Apple, when they first started, but look where they at now.
And that's why it's called investment. That's long money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking for that quick, fast.
Right.
And that's what it's not about. And that's the one thing that, most people right now, currently in cryptocurrency, they're looking for quick money. They're looking to, I'm going to throw X amount of dollars at this coin because it only costs 2 cents. And if it goes to like 5 cents, I've more than doubled my money. Don't know anything about the coin, don't know anything about the technology behind what the coin is working for. They're just aimlessly throwing money, hoping for that big payout.
Right.
I'm the exact opposite. It's more of looking for companies that have a product to offer, a market to enter. You see potential growth, and I kind of try to compare it to like investing in stocks, companies that way. So like the whole cryptocurrency coins, it has that feeling of fake money, or what is it backed by, and it easily creates doubt based off the name, and I get that, but it's so much more to it than coins. That makes sense, and it's the companies that are being created now behind this technology that are coming up, that there's going to come a time, I think, in the next 5 to 10 years where this is going to be as normal as cell phones, as normal as the internet.
And the reason why I can agree with you on that is because they have Bitcoin ATM machines now.
They do, yeah, they do.
So let me ask you this. Bitcoin and the E word that I always mess up. What is it? Ethereum?
Ethereum, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so.
Ethereum, I hear it pronounced all type of ways. E word, I like that.
Yeah, I was about to tear it up. Thank you so much for saying it. Okay, so, as you said, Bitcoin is a coin that is a part of a company, right?
No, so Bitcoin is not really a company. Bitcoin is basically, it's a currency that's traded from peer to peer. And to better explain that, there's no basis behind Bitcoin. There is no technology behind Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin is just a cryptocurrency that is traded, and that, it's given a value based on more supply and demand. But it is the founder of what blockchain technology is.
Oh, so it doesn't belong to a specific company. It's just
right.
It's just money.
So
Okay. Just
I'll break
e-money.
down the process for you of how this is kind of what Bitcoin works like. So, like, someone requests money from you, a transaction, right? Then that requested transaction is then sent out to the network. So the Bitcoin is worked in a peer-to-peer network, which is a decentralized network where there's computers. All you think of, let me think of. Okay, a good way to explain it is, let me think of a file. You guys think of like Microsoft Word. How if we were to work on a file together, right? And save it. I have to work on it. You'll be locked out. You can't edit it. You can't touch it.
Right.
And then you save it, and you can send it back to me. I can work on it.
Right.
Have you ever used Google Docs?
Yes.
Where it's like a live network where we both can be writing and doing things on it. It's, neither one of us has control over it. It's basically like a decentralized document where it's
everybody got access.
The network can talk on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what the peer-to-peer network is. So the requested transaction is out there. Different computers kind of validate it, say it happens. Once these computers in the network validate that it happens, it can never be touched. And then it's added to the blockchain. Now, I know this is all confusing, and I trust me, it was confusing.
Right, and Jeff,
no, but look, if you can see my face, like I'm blinking. Like,
if you can see my face, even Jazz's face, because our audience hear you, and trust me, we getting people that are commenting and liking. We have Tamika that says she really needed to hear this information. This is some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you can see my face, and it's
listen.
If
when I was reading and learning it myself was like, what is that?
If you can see okay, so let me ask you this: how long have you actually been doing this? Or you've been investing? Let me say that, not doing this, but you've been investing into this.
Into cryptocurrency, I've been investing into it about 6 months.
Okay.
Oh, so you fairly new to this too.
So the thing is, and that's what it is about this. It in itself is in its infancy stages. I just, from 95% of my friends and people that I know, I've been in it way longer than everybody that I know.
Right.
So to most people, if you've been in it 5 to 6 months, that's a good amount of time compared to where everybody else is currently.
Yes, sir.
Because now it's got all the type. Now it's on the news and CNN and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But before, I didn't catch it on the news. I was already learning about it, getting into it. So by the time most people caught up, I was heavy invested. I was knowledgeable on it. And I was able to turn my portfolio into something pretty nice.
Right. And that's what we all trying to do, Jeff. We're trying to turn that portfolio into something kind of nice.
I already know.
Right. Okay, Jeff, we have 2 comments. We have Robin that said, hello, ladies. Thanks for talking about this topic today.
Yes,
thank you for joining in.
Thank you for tuning in.
We have Tamika. She said, can you ask him, do he have a local class I can take, because I'm very interested in learning in this. So do you, Jeff is not local. He is in South Carolina. But do you
are there classes?
Or are you, I don't want to use the word recruiting people. I don't know if that's
are you teaching classes?
No, so I'll say this. So there are classes out there, right? But they're just like with everything new. You have your people out there that try to take advantage of people that, and I use this term with all respect, that are ignorant on the subject.
Right.
So, you only know what you know.
Right.
And they're like, hey, send me X amount of money and I'll get you this. Like, no. So for me personally, I'm all about helping my people out. Helping people out that whether I know you directly, indirectly, whatever I can do to help you learn about it, I will do it. So I started a Facebook group where I went in and I made a long list, and I think you've seen it, of like step-by-step guide of how
Yes,
to
you
get
did.
into it,
Mm-hmm.
from beginning to end. And then on top of that, if you have questions, I'm available to message me. But the next thing I'm planning on doing is I'm going to start a YouTube series of teaching basically how to get into a step-by-step guide. And for me, I'm not looking for nothing. I'm not looking for a dime. I'm just trying to help educate people.
Right.
And and that's what I appreciate too about you as well, because even after I was introduced to the group, when I reached out to you, you weren't like, "Oh my God, girl, didn't you just read all the documents?" You know what I'm saying? Because I can read it all day, but I'm OJT, I'm hands on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to tell me what I need to do. And I appreciate the fact that you literally walked me through the basic step, the very first step that was number one on what you had already written. You know what I'm saying? So I know he was probably like, "Oh my God, did this girl just ask me the number one, right there, number one that she just saw, that she was like," and I appreciate it, because not even that, you even educated me even further about, the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin, and, why you believe that, why you believe which one is a better investment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's, I thank you for that, and I appreciate the fact that you're giving our audience the same courtesy, not only talking about your Facebook group, but just letting them know that you're available and you're here to help.
Right.
Yeah, I'm here to help, and the thing is, and like I said, if you reach out, if anybody messages with any question, I may not be able to get back to anyone right away, but I promise I will get back to whoever needs help with this, because
most definitely.
I would hate. So for me personally, I would hate 5-10 years from now that I knew all this information and I was ahead of the curve, and I didn't bring nobody up with me. And now I have, a decent portfolio. I have a nice savings of investments, and I'm still growing it. And I'm selfish, and I kept it to myself. I was like, look what I have.
Right. Right.
You will definitely be blessed, honestly. Just for wanting to help people. So, okay, so you gave us a little bit about, cryptocurrency, blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum. What, in your advice, would be the best way for a beginner in the infancy of this, cryptocurrency lifestyle? What would you suggest they do? Like, what is the first step?
So the very first step is getting on. So there's a main site called Coinbase, and there's going to be some other ones coming out. Of course, the Coinbase fees are a little, hefty, because they're there's a main one. But the first step is investing in either Bitcoin or Ethereum.
I've seen some other options available to invest in. Why not them? I can't remember their names.
Yeah. So the first step is, in order to invest in these other ones, you have to own either Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Oh, okay.
So that's why right now, it's always going to be the first step of owning some Bitcoin or Ethereum, because in order to buy into things like Ripple or Stellar Visions or any other ones that anyone may have heard of, because there's hundreds of them out there, but you can't buy them with US dollars. You have to trade them, with Bitcoin or Ethereum, and actually on trading sites. So that's the first step. The first step is owning some Ethereum, Bitcoin, reading, and researching. Don't trust what anyone says. I always tell people that. Safe bets, of course, are Ethereum and Bitcoin. So if you just buy some of those, your first foot is already, you're in the door now. The next step is then taking the leap of investing in some of these other alternative coins. And that's where the technology that I've been talking about, the focus of actual businesses. So like Ripple is focusing on banks. TravelFlex, something that I put out to a lot of people. They're focusing on the travel industry and making it where they're going to create basically credit cards, ATM cards. We can travel, no fees, traveler's checks. They're going to be working with Airbnb, and it's all a way of securing fast money transactions through the blockchain. And there's a lot of them out there. And one that I do want to go ahead and tell you all about is called Genesis Vision. So we all, about trust management funds. There's a lot of people that, well, I don't want to say a lot of people, but a lot of rich people. Most rich people they invest their money, they work through a broker or a manager. Like, here's, X amount of dollars, you go and do something with it and just send me some returns. That's kind of how the world works with trust management. So what Genesis Vision is doing is they're going to they're bringing a network to combine the stock exchange with cryptocurrency. Where people before that have, there's a lot of big money out there. And these people, they work through their brokers, they work through their investors. Where before, they're not like me that sit in front of the computer reading about it, trying to figure out how to buy this and do this. It's like, here's my money, go do something with it. Well, now they're creating a system where their brokers can come onto the system, Genesis Vision's blockchain network, and trade stocks, cryptocurrencies, assets, everything. It's going to be like a one-stop shop, but they're going to be the first to do it. So everybody out there listening and is tuned in, if you are interested in getting further in this, hit me. We'll put the link to the group. We can talk about. Hit me up for questions, whatever you have.
What you say it was called?
Yes,
I recommend people to look at.
Yes, Jeff. What's your contact information? The contact information for the group. Like, if anybody want to ask you questions, I know you said they can message you, but where is an open group. If you don't mind them messaging you, that's fine. But with another contact information if they have questions about it.
Yeah. So the group is called Crypto Click.
Yep. Crypto Click, guys.
Yeah. Crypto Click. Crypto-Click. And all they got to do, they request to be added. I mean, not add everybody. I need to change it where you can just be added, but I was trying to keep it where it's
exclusive about people that's serious, huh?
You know how that goes.
Yeah. So if you're serious about this, so Jeff, hold on 1 second. If you're serious about this, he is giving you the information and the group to go to if you're serious about this. Remember, serious. Don't just join a group just to be
a hater
or just trying to see who in there, if you know somebody or whatever the case may be. If you're serious about this, join the group.
Jeff, what was the other thing you said? It's called Genesis what?
Genesis Vision.
Mm-hmm.
VISION. Genesis Vision. And that's just, but the thing is, there are a lot of companies out there like that. So how I just described what they're trying to do through blockchain technology, that is what's up and coming in the future. There's going to be real estate agents. There's going to be real estate companies that are going through blockchain technology for as far as confirming stuff. And there's going to be hospitals that are going to use blockchain technology to save all patients' records that can be used and transferred, and they can't be hacked. And it's a whole new system and a whole new technology that it's going to be a normal thing for us because it makes sense.
Right.
It's very secure, and that's the thing that's what I like about it. So that's, for me, that's my motivation. Not to get rich quick. Try to a lot of people out there is just throwing money at coins and hoping to make something out of it.
Right. So Jeff, before you go, I have one more question.
I got a question too. So
all right, so
like
two more questions. So the question I have, just for me to, have a better understanding and just seeing how I can include this in another part of my busy life. You said you've been doing this for 5 months. So how do you find the time, the knowledge that you already know, that you done shared in a matter of 5 months? How do you find the time? And I know the saying is you make time for what you want. We know that. But at some time, you still have to adjust your time. You know what I'm saying? You got to put family first. You have to put your work first, whatever the case may be. So how did you find the time for people who want to do this or invest in it or read about it? And they saying, how can I fit this into my daily life when I already got all this going on?
So what I'll do is I'll challenge everybody, and I'll break down what my life is right now, my schedule. And it's all about, I like what you said, you make time for what you feel is important. And it's not really making a time, it's finding ways to multitask and do multiple things with your time.
Yeah.
So for me, like I said, I'm married, 4 kids, active Air Force. I'm always flying and on missions and doing stuff. And I'll say again, 4 kids, because that's where all the time
four of them. That's a lot of kids.
Right.
So it's really finding those moments of putting on a movie, relax with the kids, pulling up a website, pulling out a book, reading while hanging out with them, and at the same time educate myself. Because for me, all my motivation is leaving something for them.
Right.
So if I can sit there, look at them in the eyes, and think, hey, when they turn 18, 19, I want them to have more than anything that I could have ever had coming out of high school. Because I worked for what I have.
Yes,
everything I created. I had great parents, but I want to be able to pass down to them where the work isn't as hard. So that's where my motivation comes from. So that's where I find the time. And it's not like hard reading. It's just think about the moments where we send and we're flipping through Instagram liking pics, or we're going through Facebook liking different posts and reading just random stuff. And it's like that's the time where you can be educating yourself. And I would say stop yourself from scrolling and liking stuff and say, you know what, right now I'm going to take 5 minutes. Instead of these 5 minutes on IG, I'm going to take these 5 minutes to educate myself and invest in my future. That's what I did.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it works for me.
Love it. Like, that's awesome.
And
like,
the thing is what he's saying right now is so true, because that's how I even knew about Bitcoin, was because I clicked on, before I went to Facebook, I clicked on Yahoo. You know what I'm saying? That's the search engine I went through. And I scrolled Yahoo. And I saw, Bitcoin technology, blockchain, So that's how I started reading about it. And I was like, okay. So then I read the article and be like, okay, I think my head hurt. Where's Facebook?
Right.
But that's how, that's how I was introduced to it. And that's how I ended up knowing a little bit about a little bit. And I'm glad that I did, because when Randy talked to us about it, I was like, oh my goodness, I read about this.
My brother, man, that's my brother right there.
Yeah, he's watching. He commented.
Hey, you know what, now I got to. Listen, me and Randy go back. I was 17, 18, trying to figure out my way in life. That is my brother right there.
It's cool.
Nah,
we completely understand. But that's how, when he mentioned it to me, I was like, yeah. And then, even though, just like with the radio thing, he'll mention it to us, and then we'll be like, yeah. Then I guess he don't see us, all the way in. So he'll go back,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And then come back a little bit later and mention it again.
Right.
So, but he know that, we won't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Right. So as he was saying, and he was like, I'm going to put you in this group. My man, Jeff, yada, yada, yada. And then when I, was like, well, I want to talk to him on our show then.
Right.
And didn't I say that? I was like, I want to talk to him, because I want him to be able to explain this to everybody else, because I can't do it. But I definitely want us to live and have things to pass on.
Right.
So, Jeff, you said your Facebook group is Cryptocurrency Click?
No, just crypto -click.
Yeah.
Oh.
-click.
Okay. So I totally got that.
All right.
wrong.
So after the end of the show, will we be able to? Do you mind if we post the show into the group?
Yeah, definitely do that. We can you can post it wherever. I'm always here if y'all want to recap a couple weeks from now and talk about some stuff.
Okay.
I'm sure I hate that I probably started off with like more definitions and trying to get the definite understanding of what it is, but and it can be confusing. But I just hope that it at least
sparked interest.
Spark some interest in it, and it's going to spark the desire to go out and read about it, because my main thing is that I personally feel it's the future, and it's not going anywhere. And I'm no financial advisor. I'm no genie. I don't know. I can't tell you how to make money. All I can do is, this is from my point of view, my knowledge. I feel this is something that's it's going to be world changing. It already is. It's still in its infancy stages. And it's going to continue to grow.
Yep.
Right.
So thank you. You know what? Before I let you go, I want you to tell everybody about the Super Cute podcast that I absolutely fell in love with.
You liked it?
I loved it. I was like, you know what? This is if you're not a parent, if you're an auntie or a godparent, you're not going to be perfect. You got to tune into this. This is outside the cryptocurrency thing. I'm sorry. I just wanted to share.
Yeah. So it's called Irresponsible Parents. It's me and my wife are the hosts. And, we were sitting down one day just talking and laughing. And it's the way how we were talking about how our parents out there are so critical and But like if some parent does something that we all do, everybody wants to shoot them down because they're like, I can't believe you're doing. We're everybody's perfect in the outside world,
right?
And we felt let's just keep it real with the parents we are, because we feel we're great parents, but at the same time, we're not striving to not make mistakes. We're not trying to make mistakes, but we know when the mistakes come around, it is what it is. It's life. Yeah. So we keep it real. We talk about it. And I'm sure you the first episode, we talked about a 2-year-old and his language issues.
Yo, y'all gotta hear it.
But let me tell you, you know what, Jeff? It's so funny. I mean, it's funny that you said that about being the irresponsible parent, or either we do stuff as parents, you be like, oh, I shouldn't have did that, right? But I'm gonna just say this, and then because it's been on my mind like a little bit first thing in the morning. I'm done with it now, but it's still funny. Now, real quick, I'm in this wall challenge with my workout family, right? And each day is like you move up 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, like 1 minute and 20 seconds, 1 minute and 30 seconds. You know that you got to do this wall challenge. Mm-hmm. So, out and about all day yesterday. My son is 12 years old, all out, everything. So we get home, mind you, again, he's 12, right? Which is a Saturday, so it's not that bad. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Jonathan, I forgot to do my wall challenge today, which was 3 minutes. Are you going to do it with me? And he said, yeah. So we doing this wall challenge, 3 o'clock in the morning, Jeff. Right? And I put it on Facebook. And I only did it because, first of all, I did it on Facebook because I have to post the video in the workout group. Right. You know what I'm saying? I have to post it in a workout group. But then I shared it just to say, you know what? Let me just spread some motivation. You know that you can do stuff with your kids too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But then I said, oh my goodness, but it is 3 o'clock in the morning. But it's like, okay, we were out. It wasn't like we out in the streets. I was at my sister's house. You know what I'm saying? I was at Jazz house. We was having a good time and we laughed. I mean, it's times that you can go in the house with your kids that early in the morning. I'm not saying all the time, but my son is 12.
It's the weekend.
He's going to be 13 in May. It's like, here we are doing this wall challenge
at 3 o'clock in the morning
for 3 minutes. And it's like, I'm really being irresponsible right now. But we were good, but somebody might look at it like that was a bad call.
You're a bad mom, okay?
Bad mom, what you're doing, yeah. And that's the wall that we trying to break down. Like that, to me, that's whack. It's like, you parent how you want to parent. If you ain't putting them in no harm, you're not trying to cause no issues. And we do it. You should be comfortable. I'm posting it. Yeah, we was up 3 in the morning doing this. It is what it is.
Right.
And you know what? And that's funny because I think about the times when Jagger wake up in the morning, because my son is 10 and he wakes up and he goes to school by himself. Like he's cool. He's responsible.
Right.
But sometimes the breakfast ain't breakfasty. Like he'll be like, Mom, I ate ice cream. And I'm like, kid, like, yeah, so if you looked in the microwave, it's damn waffles and eggs in the microwave.
That I made for you.
That I woke up early to make, but you chose to eat ice cream. Or he'll go to school and something other than what I laid out for him. So when I pick him up, he look way strange. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh my God. And I'm laughing in my head like, oh, I can only imagine what these people have been saying about me all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We do the best we can for our kids. We love our kids. They're not in harm's way, but they gotta find their own way. It's called life. You know what I'm saying? There's no perfect way to do this thing.
And it's just like we gotta find our own way of being parents.
Yes.
I think we find our own way. I wasn't born knowing how to be a parent, so
Right.
Trial and error, and I'm not afraid to talk about the errors that come around.
Right.
Y'all gotta catch the show. It is absolutely amazing. What's the name of the show again?
Irresponsible Parents. You can find it on iTunes. We're going to upload it to Spotify here shortly. We'll probably be recording episode number 2 here this upcoming week.
Yeah.
We're going to try to do it every 2 weeks now. I mean, I was gone a lot with, work and stuff, so it kind of slowed us down, but we're getting back into it. Had a lot of people asking about it. And we enjoy it. So, we'll enjoy it. And hopefully I can get y'all on the show and I get back on your show.
Yes, of course. Because you know what? You're definitely welcome in the ladies' lounge at any time. Okay.
Definitely,
Make sure,
definitely appreciate it.
everybody like, comment, and share this. This was about cryptocurrency tonight. This is very serious. Y'all got to pay attention. And, Jeff, as you learn things, if you want to come back on the show to talk about what you've learned and to share new things with people, just hit us up. I mean, you got our contact, you got my phone, so just let us know, and we'll be more than happy to have you in the family, the babies, all of them.
Right.
So just let us know.
Definitely share this in the group.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you so much.
And
of course, thank y'all.
We appreciate it, and also too, if you can. Make some comments and let them know about your Facebook group just in case they couldn't hear you. You know how
we're gonna share it. Once we share it, then you can go back and comment.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. And then anybody that goes in there and comments and needs help or wants to know more, I'll even take the time to personally talk to them tonight or the next couple of days if they want.
Awesome.
All right, perfect.
So much.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
Peace and love, y'all.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Y'all, I don't know if y'all had your notebook out, but if you did, make sure you rewind this beautiful bean footage.
Right, and I know the whole time my face was probably looking like, I know y'all.
I know, and I started blinking, so I was like,
because I put this look on my face where I know when I don't understand, when I'm listening. Let me say, when I don't understand and I'm trying to understand, my face is like, it's the ugliest face, but this is like she's trying to understand.
Is that you're trying to understand face?
But thank you all for tuning in. We had a very late start.
Very late start.
But thank you for hanging on.
And we felt this information was important. Yes. We had to get this out to you. We had to let you know that thinking about your future and how to invest and how to get your money long is important. Quick money is good, but long money is better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you all for tuning in on this Sunday night.
Yes.
All right. All you government employees, get ready to take your ass to work in the morning.
And you know what? And I'm back to work tomorrow after being off for a whole week.
Yeah, she off for a whole week, kick back, writing and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like I was really, I was relaxing, but I was recouping. That's what it was.
Recoup, relax, whatever. She was still off.
But
thank you all for joining us. And we will, before I leave, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Yes, right? Yes. So we got Columbus 614. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. And also thank you, TNT Management, building the pathway to your dreams. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for rocking with us. We're going to make some changes in this new year, all right? Yes. So y'all stay tuned.
Bye. See y'all Wednesday.
Wednesday.